£1 sold. That's the amount rumoured to be behind the nominal sum announced in the official statement. More than 6 months of negotiations, and Alexander Lebedev is now the first Russian to own a leading UK newspaper. But why? The Evening Standard loses between 10 to 20 million pounds a year.
I mean, it's an awful commentary on the state of health of the Evening Standard that it can be sold for £1. Lebedev hasn't had a good record in Russia of at least being an owner of an independent newspaper in Novaya Gazeta. So he does have a tradition of actually believing in a certain independence of the press. But why he'd want to buy a huge loss-making newspaper, really I can't tell.
So who is Mr. Lebedev? The son of Moscow intelligentsia parents, Lebedev studied for a PhD in economics before joining the KGB's elite Foreign Intelligence Directorate. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Lebedev returned from London and went into business. His fortune is based on the ownership of one of Russia's leading private banks. His portfolio now includes a 30% share in Aeroflot, Russia's state airline, as well as a stake in Gazprom and other concerns. But Lebedev's interests go well beyond money. In 2006, he teamed up with ex-Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev to invest in the Russian liberal newspaper Novaya Gazeta, whose investigative journalist Anna Politkovskaya was shot dead 2 years ago. Lebedev offered $1 million for information leading to the arrest of her killer. He also used to own the Moscow Correspondent paper that published a story about Vladimir Putin's alleged affair with an Olympic gymnast. In Britain, many see it as a good sign that he's proven to be happy with independent journalism and hope he will continue this tradition for them. The question is, will he be able to do anything at all to save an ailing newspaper?
We're going to enjoy watching him try. I wish him luck. It's certainly going to be a lot more colourful and a lot more enjoyable for a short term, but all the trends in newspaper business, certainly in London, are downwards, and we're facing a massive economic crisis, so I think it's a doomed enterprise.
But Mr. Lebedev wants to give it a try.
The Lebedev family is delighted to be investing in the Evening Standard. We're strong supporters of a free and independent press, and we greatly admire the Evening Standard as an iconic publication with its pedigree of fine journalism and commentary. We're committed to strengthening the newspaper's competitiveness and look forward to working with Associated, which will continue to be involved as a minority shareholder.
Lebedev describes himself as a capitalist idealist. He has also used his large fortune to improve life of ordinary people, for example, by building a 12-story cancer hospital in St. Petersburg, where children can be treated for free. In Britain, he and his London-based son Yevgeny run the Raisa Gorbachev Foundation that has already raised millions of pounds for Russian children with cancer. And with that, Alexander Lebedev certainly challenges the stereotype of a former KGB agent. And now he's a new media owner of a dying newspaper. Now that the Evening Standard is in Russian hands, some might wonder if Alexander Lebedev's KGB past will cast a shadow over the newspaper's future. But with Mr. Lebedev promising an influx of cash, that is something few people in this building are likely to worry about. Daria Pushkova, RT.